Hey Dharma Circles, Fati here, the Embodied Dharma Coach. So here's some MoonDay inspiration for you. How do you work with fear? How do you transform the fear that is showing up in your body and creating resistance on the path? This fear is in fact your greatest asset, your biggest gift. In fact, I just taught a very provocative class on facing your fear and honoring your demon, the demon that you're facing in your life. So if you want access to that really provocative class on fear and facing your demon, make sure you message me and I'll give you access to that. It's in the Soul Circle. So how do you face your fear? This is in fact one of the most important reminders of our times. If you haven't noticed, there is an immense amount of fear everywhere you turn. It's fear, 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 and we're just being inundated with fear. Fear, shame, guilt, and how do we work with these big energies and still show up, shine brightly, share our gifts and wisdom in this world, and be a bright light? One of the things that is most problematic for our light and shining brightly in this world is our fear of visibility, our fear of self-expression, our fear of shining brightly, because there is this story of maybe we'll be attacked, or maybe someone will say something mean or harmful or hurtful, and maybe we'll be criticized or judged for our beliefs, for our truth. And most of us have had experiences in our life where it truly wasn't safe to show up fully and be who you are. And so I want to invite you to consider where this fear is really rooted in your body and in your life. Where is this fear of being your full expression of self, your authentic self? And I mean your wholeness. Because most of us are fragmenting ourselves, sharing parts of ourselves, but not really fully expressing our wholeness. And that is a learned behavior. Most of us have had experiences from early childhood where it was enforced and reminded to us over and over again. We got the reminder that it wasn't safe to be ourselves, to speak, to be seen, to be visible, to express, to share our truth. And so I want to invite you to just notice where this story started. Where is this story of the fear of expressing yourself, sounding, using your voice, being visible, being seen? And where does that story keep you stuck? Is it showing up in your money? Is it showing up in your relationships? Is it showing up in your creativity, your self-expression, your artistry? Is it showing up when you share your medicine, your gifts, your wisdom in this world? Does it show up with clients? Where does the story of fear of visibility, self-expression show up for you? This is the root of you expanding and awakening the life force energy of receiving more nourishment, more vitality, more joy and abundance. And in this provocative embodiment ritual that I shared in the Soul Circle last week, we were talking about this resistance to being seen. And of course, facing that demon. But there is this really important piece of the story. First of all, it's attraction, repulsion. So wherever this desire is, I want it, but I'm terrified of it at the same time. We want to pay attention to that. This challenge that you're facing in your life, it's rooted in the fear factor. So if we have the courage and the willingness to lean into the fear, There is a maximum potential for transforming this fear into your creative life force energy. But we have to have the courage to face this fear. So I want to give you a very simple step, an embodiment technique to get curious about the fear that is living in your body right now and what it is saying to you. This is a way for you to get curious and also creative and courageous. And I'll give you some next steps if you want to take this deeper. So stay with me for a moment and take these simple steps to build a relationship with your fear, because then we can create something different. First, we have to get honest with it. Then we can start to explore, how do I want to work with this fear? How can it inform me? And I will tell you that the more willing and courageous you are with your fear, the maximum creative potential you can create. This is your biggest gift, and it is the game changer. And it's why I'm so grateful right now for this fear that is rising to the surface right now on our planet, because this is the thing that needs to be transformed, and this is what we need to awaken in order to transform our path, our purpose, and the whole collective. So this is your biggest gift, in fact. Can you face your fear as though it is your biggest gift? Here's a step to help you with this. So if it helps to close your eyes, please do. And just take a few rounds of breath and just even noticing the sensation of breath in your body. And I invite you to notice where this challenge is that you're facing in your life right now. Does the challenge show up with relationships? Is the challenge showing up with money? Is the challenge showing up maybe in your business, your creativity, your artistry, maybe body, vitality? Where is the challenge? And just noticing where this challenge lives in your body. If you could find this story of challenge in your body, where would it live right now? And if this part of you could share a message with you, what would it say? What does this challenge say to you? What does this part of the body say to you? And if it could share a need, what does it say that it needs? Just taking a deep breath, honoring this message and this wisdom that's coming directly from your body. And placing hands on this part of the body just as an acknowledgement. Thank you for sharing your wisdom with me. I'm listening. I hear the message. I hear the need. And I invite you to get curious. Where is the fear living in this challenge? Why might you be in an attraction-repulsion dynamic with this part of yourself? I want solutions, but I'm afraid at the same time. Why might you be resistant or afraid? Another way to say this is, who are you afraid of? Or what are you afraid of? If this challenge were to change and you were able to step more fully into your power, your light, your purpose, your visibility, to transform this challenge into your power, your strength. Who or what are you afraid of when you declare this truth, this power that you are? And that's where the work really begins. Getting curious about this fear and this resistance. And I want to encourage you to lean closer and get curious with this fear, this challenge, this attraction-repulsion dynamic. I want it, but I'm terrified of it at the same time. This is where the Jyotish chart can be so helpful for understanding this attraction-repulsion dynamic. And of course, these are the resources and tools that I support you with. And you can start just by joining the Soul Circle, where you'll have access to all of my live classes, Jyotish resources, archives, and tools that will support you in up-leveling, awakening, and transforming fear into your greatest courage, strength, and bright light. So I will see you there, and I'll post a link to the Soul Circle so you can join us. It's in my profile. And I'll look forward to seeing you in class very soon. And I also want to hear from you. What did you harvest from this short embodiment ritual? What does your body tell you? And what is the need emerging? I'll look forward to hearing your insights and your body's messages. Bye, everyone. Next Monday, I'll come back into this Instagram and share another MoonDay inspiration with you. Bye.